Birdman from Birdman on the Mountain, hanging out here at Birdman Media Studios. Going out to everybody out there in White Mountain Independent Television, on Sholo TV, and of course across the podcast if you're just listening. Today we're going to kick things off here in the Community Shout. We're going to start with Mr. Doc Skinner. How are you, sir?
I'm doing good. How are you?
Doing well.
Yes.
So you've been slightly busy.
A little bit, yeah.
Getting some things going. The big thing we're going to talk about today is...
Disclosure Con 2018.
There you go. Cool.
Yes.
So tell us what this is, and let's just give the overview of sort of how many days it is and stuff like that.
Okay. Well, quickly, it's basically if you took scientists and researchers and ufologists and had them land smack in the middle of a Comic-Con. Now, it's not going to be San Diego Comic-Con or anything, but, you know, it's going to be a White Mountain version of a Comic-Con to start. And sci-fi and sci-reality collide under one roof. The message we're trying to convey is how art and science have always been hand in hand. Star Trek was a great example. The ideas of Gene Roddenberry became technology of today.
Right.
The X-Files took case files that were real case files and made them into quote-unquote fiction. Stranger Things talks about MK Ultra, the Montauk Project, a whole bunch of stuff, not time travel, but interdimensions. So it's showing people that, you know, are stuck in the fantasy sci-fi world that, hey, there is that in reality.
So now you said three things. You said scientists,
ufologists.
What's that one? Okay, I don't know that one.
UFO researchers.
Oh, okay.
Like David Loomis from MUFON. He's going to be there speaking, and your watch just reminded me to mute my phone just in case.
It happens. We always forget.
Yes.
But okay, so
yeah.
UFO people they investigate, and you know it's funny because people will go back and forth on that, and there's conspiracy, but there's certainly enough stuff that you've seen, and of course we got our own local celebrity, but
yeah, and declassified stuff that has proven that most people that were considered crazy, like, oh well, yeah, it was true. UFOs were always just swamp gas and what was it? Not Uranus, but you know whatever planet Pluto and.
And Pluto's back, by the way. They're saying Pluto's going to be a planet.
Oh, really?
So, yeah, that just came out yesterday. Where
that's
like,
cool.
Should have never been declassified.
No, it shouldn't have. And
poor Pluto.
Who was it that was all adamant about it not being?
I don't remember.
Degrassi or what's his name?
Tyson DeGrassi.
Yes, he was the one that was like, no, it's not a planet, right? So. Wrong.
He's also goes for other things. But anyways, this is awesome. Now let me ask, because you said sort of like along that, are you expecting people to dress up and things like that, or?
Oh, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
This is the type of event that you can let your hair down. We're gonna have a costume contest. We're having 4. There's a kid contest at 5 o'clock on Friday and Saturday. And then there's adult costume contest at 8 o'clock on Friday and Saturday, and then a grand prize. The winner from Friday will get to come on Saturday, and then they'll have applaud, and see who.
So I have a few weeks to make a remote-controlled K9.
Oh, yes.
We'll get right on that.
There you go. And then the really cool thing is if you get a VIP pass, you also get access to a whole bunch of stuff. You get an hour early entrance to the event before the public, VIP line, free shirt, poster, and our new comic book event guide that I just designed and put together in like 2-3 days.
Crazy.
Sent it off to the printer yesterday. I'm stoked about that. And then we also have the VIP parties on Friday and Saturday night from 8 to 9. And then Sunday, this is totally worth the VIP pass. Most people that go to these Comic-Cons or UFO conferences, they get to ask a question, but they're in a intense position where they're surrounded by a crowd of people, a stage that's up high, and they usually forget their question and ask something silly.
Right.
So what we're offering is on Sunday night for VIPs, we're all going to meet at the casino, and then we're going to convoy to a campsite and have a fireside chat under the stars with our celebrity speakers.
Wow.
Yes.
That's
so you get some more one-on-one time.
It's like a one-on-one time, kind of like a real true, because I've seen a lot of VIP experiences, and they're kind of like, okay, these are upscaled.
This assembly lines.
I'm paying a whole big price to not really get much.
You get a photo and
this
autograph.
is true VIP. Awesome.
Yeah. And you get access to a VIP line too when that time comes.
And is there a limited number of VIPs or?
I would like, about 100, 150.
Okay.
Is what I'm trying to do. So, and we're almost there. So if you want to get them, you need to get them now. You just go to disclosurecon.com, and there's a ticket link on the front page above the promo video.
We'll put that in links down below.
I keep forgetting we're on camera.
Yeah, we are.
I'm used to talking to a person.
So run me through some of the celebrities coming.
Excellent. All right. So of course we have our local celebrity Travis Walton. He has been the biggest help, him and his son. They've been traveling the country and promoting and recruiting, so they have been a huge help. Andrew Brishago from the DARPA top secret project called Project Pegasus, back in the 60s to the 80s, he will be speaking. From Ancient Aliens on the History Channel, yes, that's right.
Nice.
Mike Barra will be joining us. And then world famous Brooks Agnew, one of the original Indiana Jones, who's working on the expedition to find the entrance to the Hollow Earth, and also owns or hosts X Square Radio on Sunday nights. He will be joining us. David Loomis, published author
Yes.
and director of the Sholo MUFON chapter, will be speaking and discussing how to become a MUFON investigator. And we're also working on MUFON TV Sholo.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so
Very
we'll
nice.
be doing interviews with people. Tim Cohen, who wrote The Antichrist in a Cup of Tea, will be there as well. And he's also going to be revealing groundbreaking, earth-shattering evidence about Mars.
Nice.
Never revealed before. Josh Toms is a young, brilliant young man from Colorado. He's with the Nikola Tesla Science Society, and he'll be talking about the equilibrious grid, which is a free energy source. And I'm trying to go through this quick. Then we have Rex Bear from the Leak Project on YouTube. He's coming, and we just did a show with him.
Nice.
First 24 hours, 8,900 views. So
Nice.
I think we might get a couple of those people coming. So that's a good thing. Then Joel Christopher Payne from Disney. He's one of Disney's #1 artists. Just mind-blowing art. But he's also an inventor. And if you ever seen Toy Story, I'm sure you got kids.
Yeah.
Okay. Have you ever wondered what it'd be like if the toys were real?
That would be cool,
like
right?
real, not just in a movie.
Right.
He's bringing them
Oh,
to
nice.
Disclosure Con.
Very cool.
Real toys, AI that fully interact, and it's going to be amazing. He's going to be premiering those for the first time at our event. Lauren Blowers, she's a new author. She's doing a series of books called The Stingwisher, which I'm sorry, I'm keep looking at you. Stingwisher, which is a book about alien cigar smoking vampires.
Nice.
Yes, so she'll have a huge booth there.
Good stuff.
The Keshe Foundation, KESHE, worldwide organization providing free energy to people around the world through these devices they've created, and they manufacture. Their headquarters is in Tempe, Arizona, I just found out.
Oh, wow.
So they're going to be coming up and hopefully bringing these devices and showing people, and they don't just try to sell them, they show you how to make them yourselves. So you could do it for like $100.
Very cool.
You know, at Home Depot. And then
very Tony Stark.
yeah,
Yes.
and then 3 more. Suzanne Ross, who's going to be starting lightenuptv.net. She's going to be speaking during the VIP hour at the beginning of the day. Natasha Nix from Mysterious Forces Live, and Lisa Haven from the Lisa Haven News Network.
Very cool. So that is, of course, the 2018 Disclosure Con. It's
Yes.
at Honda. It's Friday, Saturday, and then if you're a VIP, you get to do something cool on
Sunday. Yes.
Very awesome. You're also involved with another project.
Yes,
and
this is a little bit bigger.
that one's
That
bigger.
one might show
this
up
is
better.
the Sholo Film Festival, and yes, it's at the Pine Top Lakeside Theater.
Yes.
And it's okay.
Yeah, we're going to be the White
some people
Mountain,
got a little
probably.
excited about it, but it's okay. You know,
Yeah.
Sholo's got some name brand recognition. It brings people all to the White Mountains. So
Yes,
that's an
it's
awesome
like
thing.
I'm from Arlington, Texas. I just say I'm from Dallas Fort Worth.
There you go.
It's
Right,
just easier, you know. It's they can pinpoint
Arlington used to be a pit stop between the two.
and now it's the entertainment capital
Now it's
of North
merged.
Texas.
Yeah, it really
We've
is
got
crazy.
the Cowboys, the Rangers, Six Flags, all that
Yeah,
stuff, and a
all
whole
of it.
bunch of new sports places.
So just real quick, give me some. This is the weekend following Disclosure Con.
I think I've lost my mind to do this many
Pretty
events
much
in a short period of
crazy
time.
nuts.
And that's just the first half of October. So yes, October 11th through the 14th, the Sholo International Film Festival. We are bringing the film industry up here. Due to the lack of snow last year, I was like, we got to do something different to bring another industry and jobs. It's not just bringing the people up here and they're going to do it and we just get to wave and be extras. No, they're going to need all kinds of crew and staff. And
If you haven't been paying attention, you're probably thinking this is going to be like 5 or 6 films.
No, we have
Give them the update.
49 submitted movies, short, feature length, and we have a couple music videos, including a local.
Very
I
cool.
can't say who, but everybody knows.
I have a guess.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I don't have to guess it.
Yeah,
no.
yeah. So anyway, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun, and you get to watch all those movies in 3 days We're going to have parties each night. And the idea is not just to have them all at the theater those 4 days.
Right.
We want them to explore the mountain. We want them to meet the people. We want
Right.
them to fall in love with this place because technically our mountain has been virgin to the film camera.
Hmm.
It's new and people don't know we exist up here. So we're going to hopefully bring them up here, and then that will bring jobs.
Yes.
That'll bring money into the hotels and the restaurant, everything.
Very cool.
And that's the goal. So yes, October 11th through the 14th, Show Film Festival, and tickets for locals are half off, 50%.
Boom. There you go.
Yeah.
Awesome. Doc Skinner, appreciate
Thank
your
you.
time today.
Appreciate you.
And, make sure you're checking out. We'll put the website links down below if you want tickets, things like that. Make sure if you can obviously find Doc on Facebook as well. Just reach out and grab him
or
touch him
1028 Productions.
They used to poke or something. I don't know. It's all kind of weird.
Still poke?
I think they still have that part because I think it happened a few weeks ago and I was like, that's weird. But
that came out of nowhere.
It was weird originally. So
you got goosed.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Okay, still hanging out, and now I've got with me a gentleman with Accord Hospice. You're the chaplain. It's Mr. Bob Moffett. How are you, sir?
I'm fine. Rob, how are you?
I'm doing great.
Good.
So you've got some things going on. I see an event here that
Yep.
you've got coming up. Tell us a little bit about what's happening.
Yeah, we have an organization. This is our 4th year this year. It's called Camp SOAR. And as in a hospice program, we of course we take care of people that are terminally ill and oftentimes are don't have too long to be on this earth existence. But one of the groups of people that are kind of lost in all this shuffle is children,
Yes.
young kids that go through a traumatic loss and they're not really being addressed. They're kind of pushed to the side and put it in a corner. And we want to give kids an opportunity to be able to come to someplace and let their hair down and just have a good time and be able to run around and just generally have a good time and try to get over the stresses of either going through the death of a grandmother or grandfather or a parent or a divorce or other traumatic or situations that they may be in.
And just be a kid, right?
And just be a kid,
Yeah,
right.
Sometimes that's difficult, especially in situations where
Yep.
you're dealing with somebody that's I don't want to say it that is their life is coming to
That's right.
the end.
That's right.
But it's going to take some time.
That's right.
Yep.
And so they're ill and we want to make sure that those kids are taken care of and they have a way to open their voice and make sure that things are see that they're okay. We don't bring
Right.
up the subject perhaps oftentimes, but these kids will oftentimes make the conversation that I lost my grandmother.
Yeah.
And then from there they just try to talk about their feelings and when we have our group sessions and stuff like that. But otherwise it's just a way for kids to really let their hair down and
Hey, your phone's excited. So, yeah, I see noticed on here. I just significant loved one loss, death, divorce, or even distance.
exactly.
And divorce can be, I went through that as a younger kid, sort of like around the 4th, 5th grade point.
Yep.
It was when my parents got divorced.
Yeah.
Didn't really have anything, and at that point in time was sort of an ostracized kind of thing within
Exactly.
community.
Yeah.
So it is good that it's like at least addressed, and made that they can be able to express themselves.
Exactly. And that's the thing. Oftentimes they get kind of, to use the old adage, they're pushed off into a corner.
Right.
And they're not listened to very well. And we want to give the kids the opportunity to do that. But at the same time, we want them to be able to have a good time
Okay.
and do certain things to take some of the stressors off of their
Not
life.
not sure we mentioned. It's called Camp SOAR.
Camp SOAR.
Okay.
Right.
And it is.
It's
When is it going to be? Yeah.
It's going to be Saturday, September the 22nd.
Okay.
Starts at 9:30 a.m. and then goes till 4 p.m. in the afternoon. And this is designed for kids 8 through 16.
Oh, okay.
So it makes it good for those kids to do that. And I'm said 5 through 16.
5
I'm
through
sorry,
16.
my
Okay.
correction, my bad. But yeah, it's designed for a whole range of kids, and we're going to have some really special stuff. We're going to have a bounce house, and we're going to have a company called White Mountain Dinosaur Exploration Center.
Oh, very nice.
They're gonna come over and teach the kids how they uncover their bones, and they'll get a bone as a souvenir when they get through that. And then they have a puppet show that's designed for kids to talk about how they do their paleontology, and they'll work that in with loss and that sort of thing. So
Okay.
it's going to be a lot of fun with that. Besides, we'll have basketball. We're going to have a petting zoo, all sorts of goats and chickens and horses and miniature horses and miniature donkeys for the kids to see and give them a chance to interact.
It's a Camp Tatier.
Yes, at Camp Tatier.
Okay.
It starts, like I said, it starts at 9:30 in the morning. We're still looking for campers. We're still looking for kids to come join us
Okay.
if they're in that situation. We're also looking for volunteers to be segmented with the kids in different groups because we'll have different groups going around to different places
Okay.
from basketball to the bounce house to the petting zoo and to the paleontology dig. So
And then the big question that always comes up is how much does it cost?
it doesn't cost a thing.
There you go.
It is free to anybody, any of the kids that want to come. There's no charge. Accord Hospice is taking care of the cost, and we're also being subsidized by some folks that I need to mention them if you don't
Okay,
mind.
good. Absolutely. Please do.
Pioneer Title is one of our sponsors. Perkins Cinders, Silver Creek Mortuary, Owens Livingston Mortuary, the White Mountain Hospice Foundation, and Arizona Central Credit Union are some of the sponsors that are helping us to defray costs.
Very good. Awesome. Well, anything else that people should know?
No, just come join us. Like I said, it's on Saturday, September the 22nd at Camp Tadia. It starts at 9:30 in the morning. One thing that's kind of special is that we have balloons that will be blown up. The kids will put their wishes and the things that they want to come
Very good.
to fruition will be put in that balloons, and then we're going to have a big balloon release after the show. So
once again, Bob Moffett, he's a chaplain with Accord Hospice.
correct.
Appreciate your time today.
Glad to do
you
it.
very
Thanks, Rob.
much. Okay.
Appreciate
not
you
a
having
problem.
us.
Okay, still hanging out here, and now we've got this is a cool event. I've got with me Beth, and you got to say your last name because
It's Gorman-HACKSTADT, common spelling.
yes. Okay,
Yes.
so lots of vowels, so you can
Yes.
buy a vowel for that. But
Absolutely.
awesome. You've got a really unique event coming up. I mean, we're in campaign season, and you know we're all tired of ads. Those are not so much fun. First of all, they interrupt the show that you're watching, and second of all, some of them aren't so nice. But this sounds like a great positive event. It's called White Mountain Rock the Vote Festival, correct?
Yes, it is.
Okay, so tell me about it.
It's a nonpartisan event. It's called White Mountain Rock the Vote. It's in conjunction. MTV has a Rock the Vote thing all over the country, and
Yeah.
we're a little subsidy of it. And it's on Saturday, September 15th, from 3 until 7 at the Sholo Marketplace. And our main goal is to get people involved in the political process. Everything is so divisive right now. This is nonpartisan and it's very inclusive. We've managed to get participation from Democrats, Republicans, Green, and Libertarian parties are all going to have a presence there.
Very cool.
Mhm.
Can you give us a run? Do you know who's coming now, and maybe there's more later? Or?
Because everybody is so busy right now during the campaign season, we are going to have some candidates, but several of them are sending up representatives
Sure.
of their campaigns,
Yeah.
which we totally understand what kind of a crunch they're
And
under.
let me back that up with the fact that these districts are huge.
Yes.
There's a lot of area to cover. There's so many events, and there's only so many weekends. So I get that a
Exactly.
candidate don't ever go, well, the candidate didn't come today, I'm not going to vote for them.
That's right.
At least hear their platform and position. There's at least I know most of them have made it into the area. It's not
Mhm.
like some of the Senate races in years past where they just didn't come, and that happened. But yeah, so
Yes,
they're making it here.
we sometimes feel like the ugly stepchild, you know,
Yeah.
if we're not Phoenix or Tucson or Flagstaff, we kind of don't exist. But I think that's turning around. We're seeing a lot. We've seen during the primary season a lot more of the candidates come up into the rural areas.
Yes.
So because of that, we were reached out to them, and we did get a real good response.
Cool. So what do you got?
Well, we have some coming from we actually have a representative from the gubernatorial race, from superintendent public schools. These are statewide races.
Right.
Let me see. We also have from the U.S. Senate. We're expecting Martha McSally and Kirsten Sinema. Tom O'Halloran, which is our rep
Existing representative, yes.
in Congress. And then also from LD6 and LD7, we've gotten a real good response from them. But this is their area.
Yeah.
So, and we're drawing not just from Sholo, but also from Pine Top Lakeside, Snowflake and Taylor. We've reached out to Heber and Overgard.
Yeah, and the justice of peace is over. The town council and the city council, they're both over because those have been determined.
Right.
So you don't have those people coming.
No, these are
so-
basically the races that we're going to be
Right.
determined on the 6th of November. But this is not just a political event. It's actually a family event. We have a lot of things for the children. One of the things that's really special is we're going to try and get them introduced to the electoral process.
So this is phenomenal. She just told me about this. I've seen this in the past where kids go and they do this at school and they go, okay, this person's running for president, that person's, which one do you want to vote for? And it comes down to what the parents decided. I mean, honestly, it really does. And so, or it's about things that they don't even understand because they're complex issues.
Exactly.
They're just going by personality based. And I really hate the fact that kids, the first education they have with voting really is is it's a popularity contest.
Mhm.
So this isn't. Explain
It's
it,
not.
please.
Sure. We're going to have the kids voting for their favorite vegetable.
Oh,
Now, they're not just going to be able to sit down and say, I like corn the best. We have some campaign literature for each of the vegetables. For example, the carrots are going to have a little blurb on how good they are for your eyes, and so this is their selling point. And corn, how much they like that, and
right,
we're
right.
good. So they're going to have to look at the literature and decide, because we don't want the kids to say, I don't like vegetables. Well, these are your choices.
Yeah, and that's kind of cool because if
Yes.
kids go, I don't like vegetables. Hey,
You have to pick
does that
one.
feel like an election you maybe participated in the past?
Exactly.
Possibly.
Sometimes you have to make a choice.
Yeah.
And so you go with the one that's is the best fit for you. And so they're going to even give them little. I have voted stickers and a balloon. So they're even going to go into a little voting booth. So it's going to be with a little ballot. So it's actually going to be
Wow,
a
crazy good.
little introduction to them for what the political process and voting is like.
Phenomenal stuff.
Hmm.
So, and what else we got?
Okay, well, we're going to have live music, which is called Rock the Boat.
There you go.
So we're going to have live music the entire time from Centerfire, Paloma Street Ciders, and Gorky.
Nice.
We're also going to have food trucks. So if anybody's hungry, local vendors selling some of their wares. We are also going to have door prizes.
Yep.
And those have been donated. We've had and event T-shirts for sale.
Nice.
So,
and I noticed you just a walk right down from the White Mountain Donut Cafe. So
absolutely, it's where the farmers market is every
Exactly.
week. So if anybody is down for the farmers market, they're running till 1:00. Ours starts at 3 and goes till 7. So if you're down in that area at the last farmers market of the season,
yeah,
you might as well stay and have something to eat and enjoy the music, and get a little bit of an education.
very awesome.
Also, there will be a booth for people that are not registered to vote. We can get them registered.
Awesome. Very good.
Right there.
Cool. So that's Rock the Vote. Make sure you stop by and check that out. And like she said, it's just, again, if you're already in town for the Market Festival, hang out and have some fun. You can go eat. Yeah, there you go. Go over and eat. And
Absolutely.
Then come back. Awesome.
Absolutely.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it. Beth.
Okay, I do want to give one
more
shout
last
out.
shout out. Absolutely.
I do want to give a couple shout outs. One is to Jacqueline Day. She's our event coordinator.
Okay.
I'm her assistant. And I want to let people know that I've checked the forecast. It's going to be a beautiful Indian summer day.
Nice.
It's going to be 85 degrees and sunny all day long.
Very good. Thank you very much.
There's no reason not to come.
Hey, appreciate your time.
Thank you.
And go out there and rock the vote.
Absolutely.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Okay, still hanging out here in the Birdman Media Studios. And now, as my last guest today for the Community Shout, I've got with me Allison HEPHNER with the Navajo County Public Health Services District.
Thank you.
How are you doing today?
Good. And you?
Good. So today you're going to talk about children with special health care needs, yes?
Yes.
Okay.
So Navajo County Public Health Services District is funded by the Arizona Department of Health Services Office for Children with Special Health Care Needs. And we started a coalition called Special Kids with Special Needs. And this also includes adults. One of the definition of children with special health care needs is defined as the underserved population as having or are at increased risk for a chronic physical, developmental, behavioral, or emotional condition, and also require health and related services of a type or amount beyond that required by children generally.
Okay.
Now, I want to put a little bit of emphasis on that. A lot of people, when they think of children with special health care needs, they think, oh, cerebral palsy, you have autism, you have, other more severe cases.
Or you think of the special ed or, that bad word that we don't really want to say and things like that. And that's not all it, right?
No, it's not. ADHD is a special healthcare need. Behavioral issues is a special healthcare need. Glasses, you have a special healthcare need. I have a special healthcare need. I need special glasses or contact lenses, glasses to see. And people don't realize that. And if we stick on glasses real quick, we don't have a pediatric eye doctor up here that's specific to children. So being in a rural community, we are lacking in some of the services to provide services to these children. So we started this coalition to address this. And our mission in the coalition is to provide leadership to develop the resources necessary for our well-being of all children with special health care needs in Navajo County. This also includes adults. And then our vision is we believe all children with special health care needs deserve a community that values awareness, connection, education, support, and services.
Now I want to focus in. You said also includes adults, and that's specifically because sometimes mentally the adult or functionally the adult doesn't move into that normal adult type functionality. So they're childlike. They're still not a child, but that's why it applies. Correct?
That's one of the reasons.
Okay.
The Office for Children with Special Healthcare Needs is from birth to 26 is where they kind of focus
Okay.
there. And then you also have to think there, if you have, I know somebody who has juvenile rheumatoid arthritis and they're 18 and they're going to be going on in their life and learning about how to manage their own chronic condition. So we have this coalition, and the awesome thing about this coalition is the coalition's been around for a year. The grant's been around for 3. And this past year, we have grown the special needs division of the Derby down the Deuce. We have more inclusion of our Navajo County children with special healthcare needs population in the community health status survey. This is a survey done every 5 years, and we never asked the questions previous to this. Do you have a child or an adult living in your home with special needs? And we're getting some really eye-opening information and data about that. And then we have the annual Special Kids with Special Needs Resource and Education Fair that happened on the 28th of July in Snowflake that was very successful. And moving forward, we're looking to partner with First Things First on making it even bigger.
Very good.
And then lastly, while we had that event, we took all the resources there, which was over 35 different booths in this community and surrounding communities that service this population, and we put them into a primer. So everybody who came to our event left with this information where to get these resources. So it's a very valuable and fast-moving coalition at making things happen. So if you're a parent with a child with special healthcare needs, you service these children in any of the agencies you work for, get a hold of me. I'm at Navajo County Public Health Service District, allison.heffner, navajocountyaz.gov, and come be a part of this fast-moving coalition that's really exciting to see. I mean, children with special needs and even adults with special needs, they really help you to value your life. They make everything so much funner.
Very cool. Do you want to mention when you meet?
Yes, it's only quarterly. It's very high valued and we don't take a lot of your time. But it's a quarterly meeting, and actually our next meeting is the 13th. It's this Thursday. And then we go into the next time we'll meet is December. And at these meetings, we also provide valuable education to either parents, teachers, caregivers, or providers. This meeting is specific about access and the behavioral health change in ACC. So people will come, we'll have an hour of the coalition meeting, and then they get a lunch and learn about ACC.
Very good. Thank you very much. Anything else?
Nope, that's it.
Very good. Hey, that's going to be it for this edition of the Community Shout here in Birdman on the Mountain. I'm Birdman here at Birdman Media Studios. Also, thank you to everyone on WMI-TV and Sholo TV that watch, and the listeners on the podcast. I'm going to remind you that if I don't see you around town, I'll catch you right here on the web.